going on, guys? I'm Alex Hunter and this is HP Builds, and today we are obviously not at the racetrack, but what we are doing is we're taking care of some race car stuff. And the first thing is we've got to make sure while we're outside camping and doing what we're trying to do, we've got to have power. So today we're going to be talking about the Predator 3500 watt inverter generator that we bought. And this thing, we've used it one time so far. I think it's got 11 hours on it, and it has been an awesome unit. So without further ado, let's get inside and let's go over what we're going to be using. All right, guys, as you can see, we clearly already have some lights going on in here, and the generator's not on. That's because inside that cabinet, we have a deep cell battery and a 12-volt inverter that is powering all of our electrical in here. We even have some outlet plugs on the side, and it also does all the exterior lighting, the rear lighting, and all of this good stuff. But all we're using the generator for is to, 1, charge the battery, 2, turn the AC unit on, 3, move some air around with a box fan, and obviously in the wintertime, swap the AC out for a heater. So without further ado, let's get back outside. Let's turn this generator on and get this bad boy fired up. All right, guys, so I've already had this thing running just a few minutes ago. So what we're gonna do, we're not gonna have to go to start. We're just gonna have to start at run. Make sure our eco throttle's off and give it about 2 seconds, and now we're ready to go. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put it in eco throttle mode, make sure it idles down. And now we've obviously got some power. We're gonna go ahead and plug the trailer in. And as you can see, I'm talking over this, I'm not having to yell. It's a very, very quiet machine. So right now, all we're doing inside is running the charger for the battery. So without further ado, we'll get inside, we'll turn the air conditioner on, and I'll set a camera up for this thing to watch it rev up and get out of eco mode, where it powers the AC unit. All right, so we've got a camera outside watching the generator, and what we'll do, it's obviously idle down right now. We'll fire this thing up, and here goes nothing. All right, AC is on, it is blowing cold, fan is on high. We still have the battery charging. We'll turn the fan on, getting some air circulating, and then we'll hop right back outside and we'll see how much power this thing's pulling and listen to just how quiet it is. All right, guys, so as you can tell, this thing is quiet. I'm not having to yell, I'm just talking in a normal voice, and it's sitting here running wide open, running the air conditioner, running the fan, and the charger for it, and that is everything we're going to run this machine for. Now, like I said, I've used it for one night and we camped with it, and this thing doesn't have a long runtime relative to other generators, but I will say I filled it up at 9 o'clock at night and I woke up at like 7 a.m. to get ready for racing, and this thing was still running. It wasn't out of fuel. It actually had a little bit still left in it, and I don't know if that's because we're not all the way up at full load, but it's advertised as a 25% load as the runtime, but this thing does really well for the amount of time we're using it and the strength we're using it. And as you can see, we are pulling 9.6 amps right now, 1159 watts, 1170 watts, and it only has 11 hours on it. As you guys can tell, the generator is right here beside the trailer. Now, when you step in, door's still open. You can't hear it. It is extremely quiet machine, and it is ran very well for the one camping night we did with it. And I have pulled up reviews on this thing, and for the price, you can't beat it. And all those reviews that those guys were leaving, I have to say I agree with them. We're obviously one day in of ownership as far as camping days, but I have no complaints so far. We've been able to keep this thing cool, and actually that night we ran it for 10 straight hours. This thing got down to 61 degrees with the AC unit. The AC unit never turned off. So I really, really, really am impressed with this machine. And we've also done an NGK spark plug swap, and we've already went ahead and changed the oil right before this video at the 11-hour mark. I know a lot of people say go a little bit further or use certain oils. I literally used exactly what they said, but I did go ahead and change early. I did that because I'm pretty particular about my stuff, and I wanted to make sure the nasty oil that was left in that thing from the first, one night of use, I got that stuff out, made sure I got some good stuff in it to help this machine last even longer. So guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave a link below for all the stuff we have in here, all the way down to the battery, to the inverter, to the fan, to the AC unit, to the lights, to even the lights outside that aren't even on the generator, because they are causing the generator to charge this battery. And I will do that. That way, if you guys have a race trailer and you guys are looking for a perfect generator for it, you guys will be able to see what we're running, where we're pulling our power, and if you guys want it, grab you guys the same stuff, because everything we have put on here, as you can see, the lights are bright, the fans work good, AC's cold, no complaints all the way around. Alright, so now that we've been running for a little bit, now it's time to start turning everything back off, concluding this video. So we're going to kill this, we'll kill the AC unit, which, yeah, I don't know if you just heard it, generator idle down, making it even quieter. Now the battery charger is still charging, but I don't mess with turning that off. All I do is I come out here and just unplug it. So now she's not pulling any power, not required to make any power, and all you got to do is turn this thing off. So guys, like I said, everything inside, I will leave a link below for you guys to purchase it, and make sure you guys get the same stuff. That way this thing runs as well as mine does. And if you are looking to see other stuff rather than a Predator generator, video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. That way you guys can actually see the car that's inside run, and you can see all the fun times we have. So guys, for now, we will see you guys in a few days.